Hey, how you doing, Patriots?
Live.
Hey, Patriots, you got Rich and Randy with Hard Knock News and our co-host Justin Floyd from California, man. How you doing, guys?
Welcome.
I'm doing
Welcome.
I'm doing great, Rich Guz and Randy. I want to, as always, thank you guys, for you Patriot brothers having me on. It's a great honor being on this show, and I love you, brothers.
Well, we titled this show the Weekly Roundup, and Trump's had a big week. And first of all, a couple days ago was the murder of Lavoy Finicum, and if we can all just bow our heads for a moment of silence to give this great man the due respect that he rightly deserves. Thank you, guys. You know, if it wasn't for Lavoy Finicum and everything that went down out there, a lot of us never would have met each other. Been able to speak
that.
our minds.
Amen.
And I think Lavoy Finicum would have been very proud of what's going on with our country right now. And, Trump is acting just like he said he was going to do. And Justin, you had something to say about people being stopped. Do you want to talk about it?
I can't I can't recall what airport it is off the top of my head, but it's made all over the news today. But there were two individuals from Iraq that were held up at one of our airports, and because of his executive order, he's already implementing. In other words, Trump's hitting the ground running. He's put, I believe, a 4 or 5 month stop on all immigrants coming to our country while this gets sorted out. And he's implemented that, I believe, to 7 countries, the ones that his administration deems the most dangerous. Love Trump or hate him, the man said he was going to do this, so all the liberals are freaking out, all the illegals or immigrants are freaking out and crying and whining. I mean, they shouldn't be surprised. Trump said he was going to do this since day one. So I say amen. It's long overdue, and I yield.
Well, what you're seeing, guys, is their Iran values said he was going to actually seeing someone that's actually a man of his word. And like you said, whether you like him or not, he is coming through with all his campaign promises. What do you think about Mexico, Mexican president? Any thoughts on that, Randy?
No, he's a wine baby. Whiner. They need to pay for the wall next.
Do you think they're going to pay?
With taxes, yeah, they'll pay. They'll have to pay. They're not going to have a choice.
Right. I think you're right, Randy.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. We get up that here.
No, I think you're right. And one way or another, Mexico will pay for it. A lot of people are talking about this tax, this border tax, an extra 20% for products coming in from Mexico. And then the libtards are over there bitching that, well, now he's going to raise up our grocery prices, and products that come from Mexico are going to be more than what they should be. Well, oh well, you know what I mean? If you want that guacamole so bad, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for it. Trump is a guy of his word, and one way or another, he wrote the book, The Art of the Deal, man. I think we're watching it in progress.
And Corona beer sucks. Tastes like diesel fuel.
I second.
Hey, Rich Guz, I actually have a thought on that, if you guys don't mind if I chime in on that Mexico situation.
Go ahead, chime in.
You know what? That might, as far as raising the cost of getting produce from Mexico. Let's think about this. That might actually be a blessing in disguise. And what I mean by that is maybe uh, Americans will be able to. Maybe Americans will be able to grow the produce here, and we'll start buying American produce. So this might actually be a blessing in disguise. They can keep their produce. Let's put our American farmers to work, and you know what I'm saying? What do you guys think on that? And I yield.
Well, I understand that. I want to talk about the farmers for a minute. And the TPP was basically stopped. Trump end to the TPP, and surprisingly, about that. I don't know if you guys heard anything about that, but that was the big thing that was going around the media, that the farmers, the TPP, I don't know what to make of that.
I haven't went down
Yeah.
that rabbit hole yet. So, go ahead, Randy. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, Rich was breaking up a little bit. I think it's a good boost for our farmers. Up over firsthand.
Like what, Randy?
Means farm equipment.
Oh, it's farm equipment you're talking about with the TPP?
I'm talking about farmers going bankrupt.
Well,
Put them back to work.
yeah. The other thing is a lot of these illegals did a lot of jobs that a lot of us never wanted to do. There are a lot of hardworking illegals that do want to just and I understand that. But if you want to come to this country and come to this country the right way, I believe that you need to come in like everyone else came in, the legal way. All these libtards want to cry that, they're going up in arms right now, that all these people are going to be uprooted from their families and this and that. And right now, the only thing that Trump has talked about basically was going after the people that are basically here who have committed crimes, and they go back, they come back over here, they go back again, they come back over here again. And right now, that is the main thing, to target the criminals, illegal immigrants. I'm sure, there's going to be, I don't know what he's going to implement as far as, trying to get rid of all illegals. Have you guys heard anything on that?
I could try.
Go ahead, Justin.
Go ahead.
Thank you, guys. I was just going to say, I don't think there's no, in my opinion, I don't think this isn't going to be an overnight process, obviously. But I think he's taken the first steps, which is close our borders, stop these people from coming in. It's not that us Americans hate these people. It's not that we wish harm on them, and they are very hard workers, and I respect them for that. But at the same time, I think what Randy was trying to say is, like, by putting our American farmers back, by buying American produce, and correct me if I'm wrong, Randy, I think you were kind of getting at they're gonna be using American, Caterpillar, which I believe is American made, equipment, which is going to put more jobs, a lot of things involved, and we're going to, putting money back into our economy. I think it's a win-win, you know what I'm saying? But as far as, to get back to your question, sorry, I got a little sidestep there. I don't know how obviously he's not going to be able to get rid of every illegal immigrant overnight. I think it's going to be a process, but I have no idea how he's going to do that or implement that. And I yield.
Right, and I do think that you're right. We have to put up a wall. We have to have some integrity there, and we have to start simple. Put the wall up. But yeah, Justin, something else in the news has come out, and that is California seceding from the union. Can you tell us anything?
Sorry, I'm muted. Yeah, I'm here. I am mute. I've been trying to keep it on mute when I'm not, even though I'm in a quiet area, I'm just trying to keep it as quiet as possible on my end. But I'm not to be, I'm embarrassed to say, but I haven't even heard. Could you tell me a little bit more about that? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, what's going on right now is they have prepared, they've got enough signatures, I guess, to move forward on trying to actually get California, the libtards are trying to get California to secede from the union and not be part of the United States any longer. And what they're trying to do is make California their own sovereign country. I guess July is going to be when another vote comes up, when this goes out to you Californians. They can get 50% of the people of California to participate in the vote. And then if they can get 55% of those who participated in that vote to vote yes to succeed, that will be the next step in actually succeeding from the union. It's big news right now. It's just about the Drudge Report was reporting it and talking about it. As we all know, if you take California out of the picture, there's a lot of illegal aliens out there. They say if you take California out of the picture, Trump handily wins the popular vote. And I have to agree with that. I think that, your governor out there, like my governor in Connecticut, is just a liberal airhead. And he's going along with this progressive communist freaking plan. And it's hurting the people more than it's hurting anything else.
I got some simple answers to everything you just said right there. Number one, it won't work. Of course, number two is, of course, they're going to come to California to push their liberal agenda. We're the most liberal, like you said, we're the most liberal state in the union. So, of course, they're going to try to pull that here. But here's, in my humble opinion, why I don't think it'll work. Because California, even though we're full of liberals, we highly need the federal dollar. And all Trump's got to do, just like he's doing to these sanctioned cities, is just squeeze us on the dollar and say, okay, you guys don't want to follow the program, you want to do your own thing. Guess what? We're cutting off all your schools. And I don't want this, but what I'm saying is that's all Trump's got to do. Like all these people are talking tough. The Mexican president, these liberals in California saying that shit. It holds the 8 ball, man. He's got it. He's got the money, the power. So all he's got to do is squeeze them on the money, and all these liberal idiots, there's nothing they can do because we all rely in California, and I'm one of them, rely on the federal dollar. So it's not going to work. So I say good luck with them trying that. The liberals are desperate right now. I mean, they're seeing the global agenda going down by the wayside. So they're trying everything under the sun to try to stop this. But none of it's going to work. At the end of the day, in my opinion, I think Trump's going to win. But to answer your question, I don't think it'll work because all Trump's got to do is just cut the money off. And once you cut the money off, it cuts the head of the snake off. So, and trust me, California don't want to lose the federal dollar. And that's real talk.
Well, I'm hoping that there's a lot of Californians like you out there, and there is. The libtards hold the major cities, and it's a disease, man. The way they're thinking, it's like a disease. I just don't get these people. The mainstream media is infested with it, and I hope to hell this doesn't go along and pass and have another step to actually happening. I think it'd be sad to a lot of majority of the people in California that work their asses off, and I just think it'd be a big mistake, Justin.
I'll say something for the record here, man. Now, I want to. This is coming from Justin Floyd. This has nothing to do with Rich Guz and Randy, but I will stand and fight. You know, in a legal manner to the best of my ability to put a halt to that. I will not sit back and watch my town, my state go out like that. And I got some brothers that'll back me up. So I might get taken out or whatever, but that's not going to happen on my watch, Rich, because, and I yield. And that's real talk. I yield.
So, Randy, what else have you been paying attention to this week? What do you want to add?
I'd really like to know what's going on with us in the UN. Are we going to back out of the UN?
Well, Randy,
do you know the answer to that? Are we the UN?
There's been a lot of talk about trying to get out slowly. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I personally feel that the UN is just a waste of space. It's just it's the global machine right there. This is where all our problems are. I think the UN is just nothing but trouble. Yeah, there's some good things the UN does, but look what happened with Syria. How globally they just wanted to go after Assad, and at Texas, the Congresswoman Gabbard from Texas actually went and sat down and met with the Syrian people. And that was another story that came out this week. And I really feel bad for the Syrian people because to me, it's just these globalists want to set up their banks and take control of the vital resources that Syria has. Syria is a very, very resourceful nation. A lot of the pipelines, oil pipelines, need Syria to get their oil out, and they don't like Assad. And after Assad, now Representative Gabbard had went and talked to these people, and all they could say is, "Can you please tell the United States and their partners to stop arming these terrorists?" And people want to say, well, we're funding the moderate rebels. And the Syrian people said there's no such thing. The moderate rebels, they are all terrorist organizations. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, they're the ones that
absolutely.
They're trying to topple down Syria just to take Assad out. Now, if you take Assad out, what's going to happen? You're going to have extreme Islam running that country. And these people fear this so much. They are in so much fear right now because of everything they've gone through, that the best thing I think that President Trump can do is team up with Putin to rid that country of all the mistakes that certain politicians in our country have made. And let's help the Syrian people for real. Because not only are you killing people of Muslim faith, but you're killing Christians. There's a genocide going on inside that country to rid the Christians. And President Trump has made it a thing to protect those Christian people and will accept those people. I thought that was another good move that Trump did this week.
Oh yeah. And we fund 20 of the UN's budget. A bigger say so. We should have a lot bigger say so.
Hey, I got something to add to the UN thing, Randy.
Yeah, go do it. Do it.
Oh, thank you, sir. I don't know if you guys seen, but the Britain Prime Minister, I don't recall her name, but her and Trump had a joint press conference. And Trump did say, which kind of alarmed me a tad bit, about the UN was brought up. Did you guys see that press conference, first of all?
Yes, I did.
Did you see it, Randy?
I watched very little of it, Justin.
Okay, well, the UN was brought up, and I think the Prime Minister for Great Britain said that, she basically said, and Trump was, said that Trump obviously has concerns about the UN, but what I took from it, it didn't sound like Trump was going to take down the UN. Now, what I took from it, and Rich, guys, you're probably way more knowledgeable than me on this, but what I took from it, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, is basically that Trump's going to be closely watching the UN, and probably going to be very influential on what they do, and in other words, they're going to be on a tighter leash, if you're picking up what I'm laying down. But from what I took from that press conference, Trump is not shutting down the UN, and I yield.
Correct. And I believe you're right. I believe there are going to be efforts to try to pull us out of the UN, and I really hope we do. I mean, when you got Saudi Arabia on the panel for human rights, along with other countries that know nothing about human rights, I think it's just it's a mockery of the system. It just isn't right. But we have a lot of problems to take care of here at home, and I'm just loving what I see out of Trump. What do you guys feel about the pipeline? I have mixed feelings over the pipeline. I understand what Trump is trying to get through. He did say that he would negotiate. I mean, if they could work out something with the tribes out there so that they don't have to worry about the water being polluted, I say, why get in the way? He wants to use American steel on the American pipes, put American men and women to work. I mean, that's 28,000 jobs right there. I think it's a good deal. I just hope that he works everything out so that every party is happy. What do you guys feel about that?
It's the safest way to transport oil, man.
I heard an interesting take on that a couple days ago. Now, first of all, I want to say this. I stand with our Native Americans, and I feel bad for them. I think they've been done wrong for years and years and years, and so I know this is a touchy subject for a lot of us patriots, and so I think we should acknowledge the Native Americans, in my humble opinion. With that said, some people were saying, well, either way, the oil has to be transferred one way or another, whether it be through a pipeline, whether it be through train, whether it be through trucks. You're a tractor trailer driver, Rich does. That's all pollution too. I mean, these diesel trucks that would be transporting this oil, that's going to cause pollution. So any way you look at it, there are some risks as far as polluting our earth. I do think that the Native Americans had a good, I think they have a righteous beef as far as putting any pipelines under any waterways in America, especially when that's, their only source of water for, I don't know what the mile radius is, but so I totally get that. With that said, I hope that, I think Trump should take the Native Americans' thoughts into consideration. I think that it's not too much to ask by the Native Americans to don't put it under their water resource. I don't think that's not too much to ask. There's got to be a way to get that pipeline around their only drinking water and, who knows how many mile radius. So long story short, I'm sorry to say this, and this might offend some people that stand by that don't want the black snake or whatever, but I think it's good for the economy. I think it'll keep gas prices down. I think it'll create jobs, like you said, Rich Guz, with using American steel, jobs on the pipeline. So, like I said, this might go against the grain, not necessarily with you guys, but with some people. But I'm not saying this with any illness or any disrespect to the Native Americans' hard stand there. But with that said, I think the pipeline needs to continue. That's just my opinion. But I think that they should take the Native Americans' thoughts in consideration. And I yield.
Randy, any input?
Agreed, man. Agreed.
Okay, guys. So the mainstream media, I want to bring this up. You know, you turn on CNN or any of those liberal networks, and it's almost like these people are still accusing Trump of lying, of doing this, of doing. It's like they're accusing Trump of everything that they are doing, and it's in their playbook, in this communist playbook of theirs. Accuse your enemy of everything that you're doing to make it look as if they're the ones doing it. We see it out here on YouTube. We see it everywhere. Um, how do we defeat MSM? How do we stop these people? You guys have any ideas?
Pull
Go
them
ahead,
off
Randy.
the
Or do you,
air.
I have an idea. I
Pull
heard
them off the air, man.
Roger that, Randy. But the only problem with that is they are owned by some of the most powerful, unfortunately, some of the most powerful people in the world, which are the globalists. So I wish it was that easy, but as we know, as patriots that are awake, and you guys are more awake than me, um, the globalists run the mainstream media, so it's not going to be. They're not just going to go away with the tail between their legs, man. I mean, that's a hard task. Somebody said something to me the other day. They were like, if you cut off, if Trump was, because there's an ongoing battle with Trump and some of the mainstream media, as everybody knows, and they were saying cut off the advertisement from the big pharma, and the mainstream media will go away. So I thought, wow, because if you look at, if anybody watches, I don't have cable anymore, but I know that most of their advertisements from big pharma. So I actually thought, wow, that makes a lot of sense. But anyways, I digress.
Yeah, well, if you noticed, Sean Spicer in his press conference started to use the term opposition party. Mainstream media is now the opposition party. He's absolutely right. 100% right. Um, you know, it's almost comical to see how these people are. I mean, for instance, the Women's March. Okay, to me, it was a joke. You have Madonna threatening to blow up the White House. Jughead saying the most evilest things that she could possibly say. And what happens on this past Friday? You have the Women's March, pro-life march. And if you notice, the crowd was just as big, and it got no coverage. It barely got any coverage on mainstream media except for Fox News. And it was big stuff because never in the whole history of that march has a vice president come out and address the crowd. And, all these people are so brainwashed by Planned Parenthood. Now, Planned Parenthood was basically put into action way, way back in the early days to basically, her name was Margaret Sanger. And this lady was a very evil lady. She was a globalist, an elitist. And her plan for Planned Parenthood was this was a way to get rid of minorities. It was a way to get the minority population down. And this is why Planned Parenthood was in. Now, the Planned Parenthood likes to come out and say that they're for you hear these women, they talk about, well, we get free condoms, free this, free that, but they don't offer. There's no women's health issues at Planned. You can't call Planned Parenthood up and get a pap smear to see if you have cervical cancer. You can't get breast screenings. You can't get a woman checkup, one of your yearly women checkups there. If there's only a few facilities in the country that do that, but you can never get an appointment. There's been a couple stings where people went around, and a majority of I would say 98% of all Planned Parenthood, all they are there for is for abortion. Now, it's a woman's right. I think after a certain amount of time has passed, I don't think you have that right to abort that baby. That's a precious human life, and I think a lot of people are not looking at this the correct way. And a lot of these people that run to this liberal left with their Planned Parenthood, backing and the liberal cause, I think a lot of these kids are uneducated about really is going on with Planned Parenthood. And Trump is right. I mean, there's a lot of they're cutting off funding now to Planned Parenthood. I heard that's going to start happening. I think that's a great thing to do. Human life is a big thing in this country. And like I said, it's a woman's choice, man. But when you go and you start fooling around with a girl, man, you have to know the repercussions, man. You may get that girl pregnant, or that girl may get pregnant. And it's a human life. After a certain amount of time, I think abortion's outside the realm. I mean, they are aborting babies as close to over 8 months pregnant. They're aborting fetuses. I think that's wrong,
Yeah.
I have a take on this. Go ahead, Randy. I'm sorry, brother.
It's after the first trimester. Murder. Esther.
Yes, it is. I believe that, bro. Why don't these other people believe that, though?
I have a take on this, if you guys don't mind.
Hang on. They're brainwashed idiots. Brains. Go ahead, Justin.
I'm so sorry for cutting you off, Randy. I'm trying to, chime in when it's appropriate. So
no, it's good.
Sorry, brother. I didn't mean no disrespect. I love you, Patriot, brother. But
good.
Thank you, brother. My thought on this is, let's not forget that I believe it was Veritas, or the one that brought out all the corruption and the Democrats and put everything to light, all their undercover work. Didn't they, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, didn't they catch them talking about literally Planned Parenthood literally selling baby body parts?
Yes, he did.
Could you go into that a little bit, one of you guys, please?
Yeah, well, Planned Parenthood, right, by the Veritas Project, they did a big thing on Planned Parenthood last year. And yes, they were caught red-handed. Some of the top officials were caught red-handed trying to sell body parts to other people. Now, that is against the law, hands down. They cried foul. They tried to call these people that they were editing their videos, and they didn't say that, and they edited shit together. They tried to make a big thing out of it. Planned Parenthood is a disgrace. Planned Parenthood, I believe, needs to be shut down, everybody kicked out. You put up there women's health, okay? I think this would be big for Trump, so that he would get a lot of these crazy women to start coming around. See, a lot of these women can't go to Planned Parenthood and get, a lot of people on welfare, people that are hurting, or they're working, they're not making enough money, their insurance stinks. A lot of these people don't have a place to go. A woman needs a lot different care than us men, okay? And I believe if Trump would get rid of Planned Parenthood, open up these facilities under a different name, under a new staff, where they actually go and take care of women's health issues. And yes, if you wanted an abortion, if it's under the first trimester, if you wanted to get an abortion, there's counseling there for you, and there's a way out for you. But I believe Planned Parenthood should fall. I mean, we throw millions upon millions of dollars to these facilities, and all they are baby killing factories.
Absolutely. And hey, Rich Guz and Randy, if you guys don't mind, I'd like to touch on something else, which is the hypocritical. Now, first of all, let me say this. You guys know I have the utmost respect for women. I mean, us men would be lost without our women, man. And I know hear that. Now, with that said, with these women, you brought up the women march. Now, I have no problem with that. Trust me, if a woman wants to be heard, they're going to be heard. At least in my house, I hear it. That's for damn sure. And there's no way around that. But my point I'm getting at here is what the hypocritical thought process. What turned me off on that march was when I seen one of the head people of that women's march say that they want to adopt Muslim ideology. Um, when you think about that, the Muslims want to, and
The
Pamela Sue
Muslims want to
actually.
kill. They don't believe in gay marriage. The Muslim philosophy, the Muslim religion does not believe in gay marriage or that crazy lifestyle that a lot of us Americans come to accept, and we're willing to move on. We may not like it, may not agree with it, but hey, man, if you want to live that way, knock yourself out, right, guys? I mean, that's the way I look at it. But wait, you're right, Justin. One of
Well,
the
hold on.
one of the
Yeah,
main organizers of that woman's march was tied to the Muslim Brotherhood. Okay. And it's pathetic that these people are so hypocritical that they don't even know who's in charge of the march or look into what they're about. And you're right. It's very hypocritical, Justin. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm saying back.
it's all right. I'll finish it up right now. My point isn't what you backed up. Thank you, Rich Gus. Um, what I'm saying is I'm all for a woman's rights, man. I think a woman should be paid the same. Hell, I think some of these women out here are tougher than most of these men I'm seeing these days, man. Women got more balls than men sometimes, most of the time. Seems like to me. But anyways, I digress on that. But for to say women's rights and say that they stand by Muslim beliefs, the Muslims are harder on women than anybody. I mean, all you got to do. They believe in multiple wives. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard. I was going to say Pamela Sue did a great video. I think it was yesterday. I heard it was an awesome video, and she actually gave a shout out to you, Rich, because in it too.
Did she?
I guess, yeah. Make sure you watch it. She was promoting about how she didn't really know much about Trump, and she was saying you and two other gentlemen kind of gave her the heads up to look into Trump, and she was grateful to you guys for basically putting her on the Trump train. But she words it way better than me. But anyways, I digress on that. But the point that she made in the video, and I agree 110%, is did you guys hear about the? Well, anyways, let me just finish. The Muslims have multiple wives. It's well known that Muslims rape women. I'm sorry. I mean, did you guys hear about? Speaking of this, I'm just going to put it out there. Did you hear about the Swedish woman that got raped for 2 hours
on Facebook?
Yeah, could you touch on that a bit, Rich? Gus?
On
You're a
Facebook,
better talker than me. Yeah. And I yield.
Randy, did you were saying something?
Live on.
No,
live.
I did. I'm sorry. I did hear about it, Justin. I did hear about it today. I've been sick. I got sick yesterday. I woke up. I had one of these bugs or something. It's probably why I didn't get to watch Pam's video, so I'm gonna watch it later. But yeah, there's a lot of things that people don't realize about the Muslim religion. But you know what? There are a lot of good Muslims, Justin, that do want to come to this country and assimilate to this country. That not all Muslims are bad, but there's a good majority of them that are. A lot of these people are hell bent on killing us. They don't agree with the West. They've been raised, and it's a touchy subject. But yes, the Muslim culture, I do truly not believe is what they all think it's wrapped up to be. A lot of these people are just, all they have to do is research this religion a little bit. This religion has been blamed for countless wars for hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years since the beginning of time. I mean, these Muslims, they combine political correct. Their political ways are all mended in with religion. So religion is tied into their political beliefs, and it's wrong. And they use our laws, our religious freedoms in this country to persecute us and to take us over. And I think it's a major problem that needs to be addressed. And, like I said, it's hard because there are some good Muslims out there. I know a couple of them, but they don't believe what the Muslim, they're not truly, like me. I was raised a Catholic, and shit, man, once I started learning about the Pope and the Catholic Church, I believe in God. I believe that I have a fear of God. I believe that I'm able to pray in my own home and do my own thing and to let my actions guide me to the person above to see if I'm doing the right thing, guys. I don't need to go to a church or some made up religion to have someone else tell me what I should or shouldn't do. And this religion is responsible for radicalizing so many young men and women. And a lot of them get it. And the ones that do get it have been here for quite a while and are living with us. And they're good American people. They're Americans. They don't believe in the religion like how we believe. And, so, but it's these extremists that we have to get out of here because they're going to unleash havoc on our country if we're not careful.
I agree.
Hey,
I
Rich.
guess my point is basically, I don't have a problem with Muslims. I don't have a problem with anybody's religion. I think everybody, that's what's great about being an American, or used to be. I'm starting to wonder now, but is people have the right, when you're an American, at least that's how it used to be, is you have the right to believe whatever religion you want. But when somebody's religion is being pushed to push our core beliefs that our forefathers fought and died for, I refuse to sit back and allow that to happen. Now, if they want to respectfully follow their religion, I say, hey, go ahead. Just like we all have our own personal beliefs, and no individual, in my opinion, has a right to tell any other individual what to believe, what not to believe. Nobody's hearts and souls is better than another person. We're all equal human beings here. So, but I yield. Go ahead, Randy. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I yield.
I just wanted to say, how nice is it to say militant Islamic terrorist again?
Amen.
Amen. That's what it is, Randy.
Yep.
It's exactly what it is, man. And I don't know, man. We have a long way to go, but it's nice to be able to come out and feel good to be an American again, isn't it, guys? I see it everywhere I go in that truck. I hit so many different places on a daily basis. Yes, now I'm mainly in Connecticut, but I hit every part of our state throughout the week. And you know what I noticed this week? The Spanish people that support Trump. The amount of Spanish people that are behind them just amazes me. I didn't know what to say. I was bombarded by so many warehouse workers that are Spanish because I go in there going, Trump, baby, everywhere I go, And to see the outpouring cry to me of let's go in the trailer and let's have a conversation, And man, I'll tell you, it's nice. I think that Trump has so much support in this country. That's why it's sad when you have to know that there's places out there like CNN, CNBC, ABC, and all this other crazy crap news, fake news crap places. Guys, just look around you. I mean, Randy, Justin, when you go out, do you see any of the chaos that they're showing on TV? I don't. And I'm seeing so much more support than I thought I'd ever see. Are you guys seeing the same thing?
I'm waiting for Randy.
See chaos. Oh, I don't see any chaos, man. Go ahead, Justin.
My answer to that is, thank you, Randy. My answer, Patriot, is I don't see it, and I live in California. It's being blown out of proportion, obviously, to fit the narrative of the globalists, which, like I was stating earlier, they're in panic mode. And the only tool they got right now, well, they have a lot of tools, let's face it, but one of their main tool is what we were talking about a little while ago, which is mainstream media. So they're using that. But they're using it in a defensive manner. They're using it as a last resort to try to, but they're losing that battle. They're losing because, in my opinion, so many Americans are waking up to the bullshit, and what we've been fed all these years. Hell, I'm one of them. I just woke up a little over a year ago. I always had an idea, but I had no clue. Since I've woken up, I feel like I took a trip on in Star Trek I feel like I've been beam me up, Scotty. It's amazing when you wake up to all the things that I've been fed all my life, and to realize that 90% of it was bullshit is amazing. It's an amazing process, and I yield on that. Wow.
Awesome. Awesome.
Guys, we have hope, you know. I mean, to look back at the weekly roundup, okay? You look at everything that Trump has done since he's been in office, and it's all positive in my eyes. And I'm seeing it on the ground, like we just talked about. Justin, you go out and you're in California, Sacramento at that, and life goes on. You go to the grocery store, you don't see any craziness. You don't see any pussy hats there. And it's the same here. I'm over here in Connecticut, a very liberal state, and I am seeing so much more support for Trump than I thought I'd ever see in this state, that it really makes me wonder now. I'm very happy that Trump vote guys that Trump did this week was he's launching a major investigation into illegal aliens, being touched on a little bit earlier, but there's going to be 2 or 3 states. I believe California is one of them. I'm not sure on the other 2 states. But what do you think will be found from all this? I believe wholeheartedly it's going to prove that Hillary Clinton, along with the DNC, because of the WikiLeaks and everything that we as Americans were able to see, everything that people were being told was a conspiracy by CNN and ABC and all these. I believe more people are going to wake up this year. And I think we have a lot of hope. People still forget China. That, you know, no one's talking enough about China right now. China's trying to take over. China's got their hands in a lot of our media, and they're still trying to buy up a lot of our media, just like they're trying to buy up Hollywood. And they own a lot of Hollywood right now. Remember that movie, the new Red Dawn movie that was coming out? Well, the reason why it never came out was because the original movie had the Chinese as being the ones that were invading America. And because of Chinese interest in Hollywood, they had to redo the movie and make North Koreans the ones that were invading us. So I believe our biggest fear and our thing that we all need to be well aware of is China. Russia, you know, we got to look out for Russia. I mean, I'm glad Russia's turned a new leaf. Russia kicked out the New World Order. Okay, Russia has the same goals as we want. Russia's turning a leaf. Russia's trying to do the right thing to its people now, but Russia has a history too. But we have a history ourselves, and it's a new age, guys. But right now, our biggest fear should be China. And, you know, while everything is going on, I want everybody to pay attention and keep an eye on China, because right now China poses a very big threat to us. And since the TPP has been stopped, they are very upset. So, anyone got anything to say about that?
I agree.
Randy?
Spot on, man. You are spot on.
Yeah, you notice no one really talks about China though, guys. You know, and I'm pretty sure Trump is aware of it. Trump has really come out and surprised so many of us, huh, guys? Aren't you happy you guys went on that Trump train and you actually got involved and did something? Don't you feel good about this?
He had his word.
Yeah, he is. How I feel is I'm proud to be an American. Oh, I've always been proud to be an American. Don't get it twisted. But you know, I don't know. The way I see it is when I walk out my house, I walk tits up. I'm glad we finally got a leader in the White House that actually cares. In my opinion, that actually cares about the people. We all need to remember Trump did not need to do this. My man's a billionaire. He could have just lived the rest. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got beautiful children. The man's got all the money in the world. He did not have to go put himself on Front Street. What did he didn't need lobbyists or anybody to make him rich. He's already rich.
But
So
you know why,
this-
Justin, right? Do you know why? Trump,
Because he's a patriot.
Trump has been Trump's a billionaire, and he's been around the people that are destroying this country for a long time, and he has kept his mouth shut, and he has waited his perfect timing to have a chance to run for president. Okay, Richard Nixon back in the day wrote a letter to Trump. I believe it's hanging in the White House about how he would be an awesome president. Okay, Trump wants to take down these globalists. He knows how scumbaggish these people are. He knows how disgusting these people really are. And when you look in Trump's eyes, you can see the anger he has directed at his enemies. You could see the focus in that man's eyes. You're right, Justin. He is a patriot. I knew that about Trump as soon as I started listening to one of his first speeches when he came out to be president. I knew by his body language. I knew by the way he was talking, the look in his eyes. I knew. I had this weird feeling that overtook me and told me, wow, this guy is just like me. And I'll tell you what, Justin, I believe as long as he keeps the upper hand, it's going to be better for us. Justin, you'll be able to get your job back. You know, your jobs will be, paying you a little bit more. You'll have better options. You'll see a lot of good things happening. I mean, $2 trillion has been put back in the stock market since Trump has become the elected. Well, right when he was elected, our stock market started going up, guys. Did you know to today's date, there has been $2 trillion put into the stock market because of people's that are feeling like we are. People are anxious and excited about this president. And to see people destroying it is something that all of us have to keep speaking out about and keep doing this damn show and speaking our minds, because people are listening, guys. I applaud Justin Floyd. I applaud Forever Freedom, Randy, man. I applaud guys like Mike Soror and Becky Dean and Veritas 13 Fox and
Pamela Sue.
Pamela Sue, especially. I know I'm bad with names. Scott Anthony. Scott Anthony is a godsend, man. The guy does a lot of good stuff. If you guys ain't sub to Scott Anthony, I would suggest you go check him out, man. Scott Anthony is straight from the heart too, and he cares. He's a patriot. There's different types of us patriots out here. There's the wild gun-ho ones like me and you and Randy. We grew up as badasses our whole life, and now we're getting older and we're becoming humble, and we see the importance of what it means to be a man, what it means to be an American, and what we can do to make our children's future better, guys. And if we just shut up and we shut down, okay, we're only shutting down our children's futures. Right now isn't the time to sit back and do nothing anymore just because Trump is in there. If anything, there's a battle on for your minds. And the three of us are going to be out here to fight for that battle and fight for those minds, man. And I hope you guys are in for the ride, man.
Amen.
Yeah,
Hey, well,
buddy.
Hey, well, we're on names. Yeah, I was just going to say that, Randy. You're reminding me. While we're on, since that's supposed to be my job, as soon as, and just so you guys, let me just make a statement here. The only reason I'm talking so much, because trust me, Rich Guz and Forever Freedom Randy have forgotten more than I know. So I'm just simply doing this until I'm going to, as long as they'll have me, which is a great honor, by the way, Randy. Thank you for having me on your show, Rich Guz. Thank you, guys. But with that said,
you're welcome.
I want everybody to know that we're, like we said last week, we're through a transition period. The way I explained it to Rich Guz is, to Forever Freedom Randy, I'm the backup quarterback back. Right now we got to get Randy's mic figured out, which we will. Um, that's the only reason I'm kind of talking more than I normally should be here. I'm just trying to do my part with my Patriot brothers. That's part of being a patriot. My humble opinion is, if one brother's in need, another brother stands up, and I mean that. I mean, that's how I feel. But back on the point, like you were saying, Randy, do you guys mind, since we're spoke a few names? Can I go to chat and give some shout outs that actually showed up to hear us? And
Yeah, absolutely.
and maybe
This is all about being a place for like-minded Americans to come together.
Yeah.
And I would like to
Please.
say that we were supposed to have a special guest on tonight, and it's a very dear friend of mine, and it's Tom Guns down in Florida. And I would just like to say hello to Tom Guns
Yeah.
and his beautiful wife. And hopefully next time we can get our crap together and give you guys a better show. We're still trying to learn how to put this message out here. But more or less, it's a place for all of us to come in. And anytime any one of you want to come onto the show, just let us know through the chat or whatever, man. We'd like to have a special guest on with us every week too. I mean, you got guys, there's a couple good channels out there for patriots, but we got to get more channels out here for patriots. It's okay to be a patriot. And it was
Hell
tough
yeah.
this past year. It was really tough this past year, but it's okay to be a patriot. You're an American citizen. You just want what's right for your family and your kids. And we all want the same things, man. And, if anyone can give us some tips out there on how to help Randy out, what do we need? His place, does he have to buy a bigger router? What do we need? You guys want to help us out? Let us know so we could get the things that we need to make it a better show. We'd like to get everybody involved and just have a fun time talking about what we see happening in today's world.
And let me say this for the haters: we're not asking for a dime. We're asking for anybody that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rich, because I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but we're asking for advice. So if anybody can help us to get Randy's, even though the show's no disrespect, Randy, but maybe someone out there knows, maybe what we're, I'm just, my job is to read the chat. I'm stepping up to the plate here to the best of my ability. But like I said, I'm a backup quarterback. If my brother Randy needs me, whether it be on this YouTube channel or in real life, I got his six, and I'll die for that, man. I'll die for you, Rich, guys. I love you guys.
Well, there's
man.
no reason to die for anyone. There ain't no reason to die. We are all like-minded.
But I will.
That's what this place is, Justin. We're like-minded. We're not extremists. We're not haters. We're not bullies or anything like that. You come around here because you're tired of your voice not being heard. Our voices need to be heard more than ever right now. We have a person that is our president by the name of Trump, President Trump, that I believe will listen to our voices. I'd like to get a couple letters going. Maybe we can all participate and send in a nice letter to President Trump and put down 10 things that we'd like to see happen. Give us ideas. We're not out for money, man. I don't want your money. Randy don't. Justin don't. I got my own money. We just want advice, man. We just want to be able to talk and have a good time with you guys and not have to hear Randy go, hey, hello. We'll get there, man. But just, hang in there. And anyone have any subjects they wanted to bring up tonight, Justin? In there?
I'll get to that, but Randy had something to say, Rich, guys.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
There's a big protest at JFK Airport right now.
At Standing Rock?
JFK right now.
Wow.
JFK.
That's where the two Iraqis were held back. I couldn't remember. I told you guys earlier I couldn't remember the airport. That's the airport where the two Iraqis. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I was just...
They're saying detained now. 12 of them are detained.
12 detained, Randy?
That's the lib, like you said, the the libtards throwing a fit because Trump. I don't know. Like I said earlier, I don't know why these idiots are shocked that he told everybody what he was going to do. I think what it is us Americans are so used and so trained that when we hear a politician talk, we like, oh, well, they're not really going to do that. Well, hey, guess what, America? Trump's going to do what he says he's going to do. So this is, in my opinion, a bunch of butthurt liberals out there that are bitching and moaning that Trump is actually backing up what he said he's going to do. And hey, if you're coming from another country, we're going to question you. We're going to stop you. We're going to detain you. I mean, if you're coming here legally, that's a different story. But so I don't want to get my words twisted around here. But that's what they're complaining about is because the two Iraqis that came here got detained earlier, so they're all doing a protest.
And don't forget that all these protests are being directed by George Soros, and they are getting people on the ground. These people are organized, okay? They're groups of radicals, okay? So put into your mind that the TV channels like CNN, CNBC, and all these liberal mainstream media outlets, they're going to be putting visuals up on TV. Just turn it off. Do what I did today, man. Instead of watching the news for a while today, I was watching G.I. Joe. You know, just turn it off, man. You know, don't even pay attention. We all have to turn this shit off. The more people that turn off this crap, the less this crap is going to happen. Take the power away. They're trying to glorify it by being on TV.
Amen. So, hey, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to give shots out to the Patriots that showed up to listen to us tonight. And also, is it okay if I throw this out there? If they have anything they want us to talk, maybe every show we could finish off like this, give shots out, and then take questions. Or I mean, I'm not trying to take it over, but are you guys okay with that if I go that route, or I don't want to overdo my bounds here?
Just do it, Justin. Go with it, brother. Go with it.
All right. So, you know, I know
I like it.
Thanks, Randy. Thanks, Rich Gus. I know we're on the fly here, but I was, you know, just food for thought. You know, I was thinking maybe at the end of every one of our shows.
Yes, you said it before, Justin. We said, yeah.
Roger that.
Now get to it, brother.
Roger that, brother. Okay, so I'm going to give shots out to everybody that's came and visited us today. Number one, Reapers Asylum. Thank you, Patriot brother.
Thank you.
Hey!
Linda Lemons, our most loyal woman patriot, man. She's always the first one here.
Lemon Shark, thank you for coming, man. Patriot.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Let me get the next one. Aaron V. Cox. Here standing tits up as a soldier patriot.
Patriot Aaron. What's up, brother Aaron? Welcome. Hope you're not in the hot tub.
Hot tub king. Tub king.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Brother.
Next one. And this isn't, this is just me randomly reading here, you guys. Nobody, like Rich guys, we're all in this together. Ain't none of us more important than the other. But so I'm just reading it off randomly. We're all one here. The next one is our Patriot brother who, God, I got mad love for. Scott Mitchell.
Scotty. We love Scotty and his wife, man. Thanks, Patriots.
Scott, thank you.
And let me double check here, make sure I ain't forgetting nobody, because we don't want to leave nobody out here.
We know Vegas will watch the show later, man. We love Vegas, man. Vegas is one good man.
Andy's supporting our Patriots.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he is, man. That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about, you guys, you know?
Yep. So, is there anybody at this point? Is there anybody in that's our Patriots that joined us today? I'm sure there'll be a lot that watch this later, but is there anybody in the chat that has any questions for Rich Guz or Randy? Please put it in the chat right now. While we're waiting for that, I'll read a couple posts here. Last post, Scott Mitchell said, "Thank you, y'all." Linda Lemon says, "You are buffering, Randy." Yeah, we know, Linda. We're gonna get that dialed in. That's why we're saying if anybody can, maybe after this video's over, if anybody can give us some feedback. We ain't asking for the money out of your wallet. We're asking for feedback. We don't want, like Rich Gus says, we don't want your money. Go ahead, Randy.
Justin,
yes, sir.
Lemons, I am not. I have my clothes on. I am not buffering. I have my clothes on.
I hope so, man. Because I don't want to see you naked, brother. I love you, but I don't want to see you naked.
Well, Justin, we told you were supposed to come on naked tonight, dude. I'm naked. What the fuck, dude?
Man, hey, I'm the only one that cammed up tonight, man. You guys don't want to scare the public, man. I'm an old fat man. We don't want to do that. But hell yeah. So I'm not Linda Lemons was but it says buffering is murder to me. Yeah, we're gonna get it all dialed in, Scott Mitchell. But
we weren't even going to have a show tonight, but thanks to Justin, he kind of twisted our hands to come out here and just have some fun, man. So that's all we're doing, guys, man. I wish we all come out here, and talk. We'll figure this out, man.
You know what, Rich Gus?
Justin.
I'm glad you guys brought that up, man, because I got something to say on that. Let me tell you guys something here. This is from the bottom of my heart. This is something my grandfather taught me. You know what? I'm only consider myself being a patriot a little over a year, but you know what? I take it very seriously, and I stand tall, and I'm proud to be a patriot. I'm proud to meet my brothers, Rich Gus and Forever Freedom Randy. And you know what? The one thing that we are is we're men of our words. I remember a video you did, Rich Gus, when one of the Patriot brothers, the veteran gentleman, when nobody would stand with him. I remember watching. I didn't really know you back then, by the way, Rich Gus. Or if I did, I was just starting to get to know you. And one video that said, "You know what? I'm riding with that cat right there," was when you made a video. You said, "You know what? Let me tell you guys something. I'm a man of my word. My word is my honor. And if I say I'm going to do something, I do it." And that's something my grandfather would say. I never had the honor of meeting Lavoy Finicum, but I think that's something he would have said. And Rich Gus, that's one of the things I admire about you. I know Randy has the same belief system. I mean, not to put words in your mouth, Randy. But long story short here is we gave our word that we would come on today, whether it be for 4 listeners or 1,000. Us patriots are men of our word. And you know what? Maybe this isn't crystal clear studio microphones or whatever the hell. But you know what? We're all patriots and we're men of our word. And we said we'd be here today at 3 o'clock. We were a few minutes. That's my time, by the way. But we were a couple minutes late for technical difficulties. But amen, we was here, men of our word. You guys got any thought on that? I yield.
God, I remember
that. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I remember it. Did you get to shoot his AR?
No, man. It all ended. This weird dude came up. It was like kind of weird and Steve out, kind of like at the end of it. And so he basically just, he called at the end and that was it. And but he's invited me up. He's a good man, and it was a pleasure to stand with that guy. And it was nice to do something for a veteran, someone that served in Vietnam and the shoe when they came home. Just, I admire, and standing side by side with that guy. So it felt good too to go out there and do something and actually, get involved. Felt good. So trying to spread that feeling to everyone,
Linda Lemons just said it perfectly.
Yeah.
Linda Lemons are one of the downest patriot women I've ever met in my life. Just said, "This is real shit, no drama." Amen, Linda Lemons. I'm trying not to cuss, but forget. I was gonna say F the drama, but forget the drama. We're patriots. We love our country, and we're men of our word. And here we are on this thing with technical difficulties and all. And you know what? Come hell or high water, I know I'll be standing tall. I know my patriot brothers will be standing tall. Rich Guz and Forever Freedom Randy. And amen. That's the best comment I read in this chat. This is real shit, no drama. And I yield.
Real talk. Real talk. Thank you,
Hell
Patriot Floyd. Real talk. Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's what it's all about, man. Can't let our message become drowned out. Can't let your message be, you know, you just got to stay on point, man. We have a lot of work to do, guys. There's a lot going on, threats in every direction possible. I mean, you know, chemtrails, Russia, China, you know, I mean, Flint, Michigan's water. I mean, you know, there's so many things that, you know, so many things that we need to get on board with and just pay attention to and be, you know, right now we face some tough times. Who knows what these globalists are capable of doing? So at least we can have a place where we can all come and talk and discuss about these things. And that's all we want to talk about. Stay on point.
Amen.
We won even through technical difficulties.
Absolutely.
We will keep it going.
Roger that, man.
All right, boys. Boys, let's have a good night. What do you say?
And like I said, I know Aaron's pretty good with equipment. Maybe if Aaron be willing to help us out, let us know, give me some advice. If he's willing to help us out with this and tell us what to do, I appreciate it. So if you're up to it, let us know, Aaron. Let me know, and we'll get back to you.
Can I do my closing statement, Patriots?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I want to first and foremost thank my Patriot brothers, Rich Guz and Forever Freedom Randy, for holding this show. This means a lot to me. I take this shit serious, man. This ain't a joke to me. And I know it's not you guys, but you know, we need patriots such as you, honorable men, to stand up. And I consider myself a patriot too, but you guys are my, you know, I'm not calling you guys old or nothing, but you guys are my elders, man. You guys have been awake a lot longer than me. Like I said a little bit ago, I'm simply talking more than I normally should be because I'm having my brother's 6, which is Forever Freedom Randy. But we're going to get this shit dialed in, and I'm going to be reading the chat, and I want to sit and just, I want to learn from you guys, man. I've only been awake a little over a year. I want to be a sponge. I want to soak up the knowledge, man. I want to better myself. I want to be a better father. I want to be a better man. I want to be a better patriot, and that's why I try to surround myself with good. I know in Sacramento I got good people I surround myself with, but on this YouTube thing, man, there's a lot of shady people. And I'm not even going to go into all that, but my point is I've picked, in my opinion, picked the cream of the crop, which is Rich Guz and Forever Freedom Randy, and I consider myself very lucky that you guys think highly enough to even let me be a part of this. So with that said, I'm out. I love you, Patriots, and thank you guys for letting me. It's an absolute honor to be a part of this, and I want to thank you, Forever Freedom Randy, and I want to thank you, Rich Guz, for looking highly. And I know I'm a hothead sometimes. Sometimes I come out of pocket with some crazy videos every once in a while. But you know what? You guys know, and you see through the bullshit, and you see that I'm a good-hearted patriot, and my heart's in the right place. So thank you guys for not giving up on me. Thank you guys for seeing the good in me, and I love both of you guys. Thank you for having me on your show.
We love you
and
too.
I yield.
We love you too.
We love you, bro.
We love you all, man. If you're standing
All
in this
right.
country as a patriot, if you're standing in this country as an American, we stand side by side, and together we'll make this right.
Yes, sir. Everybody, have a wonderful night. I'm going to close out with just a little bit of music. Thank you.